attendance tonight at the Paris High School building and grounds are all drug-free facilities. Any use of alcohol, tobacco, or other illicit drugs is strictly prohibited. Now on the field for the pregame performance, welcome your 2021 Marching Tigers! The Marching Tigers are under the direction of Dr. Kevin Pruitt, Assistant Director Jessica Henderson, and Color Guard Instructor Zach Kissad. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, as the band, under the direction of drum majors Shaylee Pine, Lexi Jerome, and Calista Heiser, honor our country with the playing of our national anthem. On your feet, Tiger fans, as the band presents Paris Loyalty. Let's hear it for your Marching Tigers! Keep that going for your Paris High School cheerleaders! Thanks for joining us for the pregame activities. Be sure to stick around for tonight's halftime where the Marching Tigers will perform a couple of their
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Paris High School. I'm BJ Pheasant alongside Lenny Irwin, and we have Paris Tiger football in store for you tonight. Our second home game of the season. Unfortunately, Lenny, our last home game of this shortened season.
Yep, we only got 2 games left after tonight, and then it'll be on to baseball and softball, and I think they still got maybe a volleyball game or 2 yet. And
yeah, less than a month to go of school.
Yeah, so
there's not too many weeks. Baseball is going to be pretty intense to get all those games in a matter of like 3 weeks.
It's going to be crammed in there. Everything has been crammed together this year, though. I mean, we didn't start basketball till the second week of January or something like that. And man, we've done a lot of basketball games. We've done fresh soft games. We've done JV games, varsity games. So we tried to bring as much sports to the folks at home as possible, just due to the COVID restrictions. The people can't get out, and hats off to Tar and everything that he's done, getting these games all scheduled, getting officials lined up, and then halfway through, maybe this team couldn't make it or that team couldn't make it, and they were on the phone juggling schedules and getting other teams in. But knock on wood, we haven't missed a game, so for whatever reason, we've been blessed.
I've done a pretty amazing job of it, that's for sure. And I think we're at about 25% capacity now, so we've got quite a few fans out here, and even more. There's no capacity limits outside of the school grounds or the football field area,
Right.
So quite a few folks in their lawn chairs and stretched out along the berm there enjoying the game tonight.
For sure. A lot of tailgating going on. I've seen a lot of plates come carrying into the stands with hamburgers, hot dogs, and all sorts of goodies. So hopefully everybody enjoys football in the spring. It's different for us, but at least the boys are getting to play, and that's the main thing.
And this will be the first game I've seen this year under the lights. The first 2 games I did were all Saturday afternoon games.
Yeah.
I missed last week's game. So it'll be nice to see football under the lights again. The Tigers come in with a 2-1 record. This is how tight the conference is right now. Robinson sits on top. They're 3-0 in the conference. Paris is 2-0. Newton is 2-1, Olney 2-1, and then it goes 1-1, 1-2, and 0-3 at the bottom. So if Paris wins tonight, they'll be tied with, or actually they'll be 3-0 in the conference. Robinson will be 3-1 in the conference, and we'll have the tiebreaker over should we lose another game. So this game here could decide the LIC conference.
It definitely could, and like you said, I'm not sure what Robinson's schedule is the rest of the way out, but we go to Flora next week, and then we finish up the season down at Red Hill. So
let's see. Robinson is they have Olney at home next week, and then in week 6 they are at Marshall. So both winnable games for Robinson there. So Olney could be an interesting one for them next week. Marshall should be able to win that one, but overall records, Robinson sits at 3-0. Casey, Newton, Olney, Paris, and Red Hill are all 2-1 on the season. So real tight here in the beginning. I missed the coin toss earlier. I'm not sure which team's going to get the ball first.
I'm like you, Beats. I missed it. We were dinking around with the computers and laptops and whatnot. So
seems like there's always a wire with a short in it, or
something.
A cord not long enough, or coffee stirrer stuck in an ignition switch.
I wasn't going to bring that up. I wasn't going to go there. So
I definitely go there. I'm sure it'll pop up on Facebook at some point.
Yeah.
Anybody got a 6-year-old with one of those green straws from Starbucks? Don't let her near your ignition switch of your car, because she may try to turn the car on with the coffee stirrer, and it may not come out of the ignition switch in one piece. Just saying, it could happen. I've heard of stories of that happening, like today. We got it fished out, so definitely creates for an interesting afternoon.
Well, like you said, Beads, we played Olney last week, and the game wasn't really as tight as the score indicated. I think we came out and we just pretty well dominated the first half, basically, before Olney finally got untracked, and I think Coach was a little disgusted that we actually kind of let them score right there at the end of the first half, and then we held them again till they're late in the fourth quarter when we had a lot of third and fourth stringers. I mean, we played kids that hardly ever play, that just for experience. I had my stat sheets totally filled up all down the main starting line, and then I had to go over here to number 10 and start writing other players in so I could just get them in. But I thought we pretty well dominated the game, so we'll see how tonight's contest goes. Hopefully we come out and jump out on them early like we did last week. It seems like our boys play a lot better once we jump out early. So
we want to thank White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning of Paris for being our pregame show sponsor tonight. They've been our pregame sponsor all year long through basketball and now into football, and they'll continue into baseball and softball with us, so we do thank you. We thank them for their participation with us this season.
That's for sure. Johnny White's a big supporter of all Paris athletics, so thanks to John and his crew and everything that they do for Paris sports.
All right, we'll take a real quick break here to thank some of our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have some keys to victory coming up for you in just a moment. You're listening to Paris Tiger Football on the Paris Sports Network.
We don't hear the commercials. I know he plugged that one cord in. And
the
said
Paris
we'd be able
Sports
to hear.
Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors, Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn
Awesome.
Young, Paul and Kathy Porter,
I can
Denny
hear
and Mary Lou
commercials.
Pine, and Tom and Marnita Stuck. Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, located on the west side of Paris. We believe the world eats better when we eat together. That's Cargill, helping the world thrive. Church Insurance is an independent agency specializing in home and auto, life and health, as well as business and farm insurance. For over 100 years, Church Insurance has been servicing Edgar and surrounding counties. Stop by their office at 116 East Court Street and talk to Bruce and Orte and let them take care of your insurance needs. You can also give them a call at 465-4022 or visit their website at churchinsagency.com. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465-5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris. Golf season will be here before you know it, and Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com. See Diamond Financial for all of your income tax needs. Ben Lucan has 30 years of income tax preparation experience. He and his well-trained staff can take care of all of your personal, corporate, partnership, trust, and not-for-profit tax returns. They'll also take care of all of your payroll and bookkeeping needs as well. See them at 208 East Jasper Street or call 465-8562. Great Heart Seed is dedicated to providing the American farmer with the most profitable corn, soybean, wheat, and alfalfa lines. Their vision is to work on your farm, helping you build higher yields and bigger profits. Contact them at 465-4132. Great heart, great yields. Welcome back to the White Sheet Metal pregame show, heating and cooling, White Sheet Metal heating and air conditioning. I'll get it right. Don't want to mess up the sponsors' names. That's rule number 1, Lenny.
Yep, definitely.
All right, keys to victory for the boys tonight. We've seen them play several games so far. What do the Tigers have to do to win tonight? Like, what is the one thing that we've seen them do for 3 weeks that either they do well or they don't do, and that determines the outcome of the game? And
well, last week we started out, we controlled the ball, we ran the ball pretty effectively. Perry was just, I thought he was fairly conservative back there at quarterback. I mean, he didn't do anything to beat himself. You know, just don't turn the ball over, I'd say, and we should be all right. I've talked to the Robinson TV guys down there. They said basically they run the ball. So if we can stop the run, I think we got a pretty good shot.
And if they're that predictable running the ball, we're going to be able to move 7, 8 guys up into the box.
Yep.
And I see Coach doing that tonight, of forcing them to throw the ball. And I think that's kind of what you were saying there. We got to protect the ball, and then we've got to kind of set the tempo on offense. We got to set the tempo on defense. We got to make them do what they don't want to do defensive on offense.
Well, looks like Robinson's going to receive, so.
All right.
I'm still not sure who actually won the toss, but the officials did meet out there with the co-captains and coaches, and I seen Robinson's going to look like defend the north end zone and receive the ball and head towards the south end zone. So
we got a fresh 12 minutes up there on the clock, and we are just about ready to get underway. The Tigers are sending the kickoff team out onto the field.
What wind there is looks like it's almost straight out of the west, so shouldn't favor either team. It should be a crosswind, so
it's a pretty good crosswind. Can't really see the American flag, but judging by the ones on the back of the stands here, they're
blowing pretty good. Kind of out, maybe a little bit out of the southwest, but more westerly than southerly, I think. So.
All right, Garrett King back to kickoff for the Tigers. Now, the last time I saw these guys play down in Marshall, every kickoff was an onside kick.
We kicked pretty good last week. Everything was deep.
There's a whistle from the official, and we are ready to begin. King, a high kick, going to be fielded down around the 10-yard line. Number 11 with the return. And he gets out near the 30-yard line. Number 11, Dylan York. He's a 5'10", 150-pound junior on the return.
And it looks like they're going to spot it right out about the 31. So,
yeah, about 20 yards on the return. So the first possession for Robinson. Seeing more and more teams go no huddle these days. Send a wide receiver wide each side. Out of the shotgun. Got a back on each side of him. The quarterback today is Wes Jackson. Hands it off up the middle. Nothing there.
A Robinson helmet even came off. So.
Okay, that'll motivate the Tigers right there.
Yeah,
the first run, when you stand them up, they lose yards and helmets roll.
Yep. That is definitely a good sign.
That'll get them pumped up. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11.
I'm not sure who actually carried the football, though. I think it was number 9, Garrett Florkowski.
It's like Florkowski and Dickerson maybe in the backfield with him right now. I can't really see the numbers from here. Tigers with 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. Again, handed off right up the middle. He stopped immediately. Florkowski, the ball carrier again, and goes nowhere. Another loss.
It's going to be 3rd and about 12.
Yeah.
So he lost another yard on that one. That's 2 carries and 2 losses. So,
well, you would think this would be a passing situation here. We'll find out. Jackson again, the shotgun. Kind of the pistol formation here. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got guys right on him. Completes the pass, and he's going to have a first down.
Yeah, he is.
Complete to Florkowski. Well, he rolled right out into pressure, though. J.R. Brinkerhoff, I think, was right there on him. Had a hand in his face, and it was kind of a lob pass, and not quite how you draw it up for Robinson, but it works efficiently for him. They've got a first down now. Ball spotted at the Paris 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun again. Jackson hands it to the inside guy. Nope, keeps it himself for up the middle. Big gain. Give him about 9 yards on the play.
It looks 2nd and 1 to me, so I'm like you, Beats. I'm going to give him 9 yards. So.
Yep, 2nd and 9 now. Ball at the Paris 46-yard line. So Robinson, after losing yards on their first 2 plays, picked up quite a few on the next 2.
Uh-oh.
And they're going to get Paris the hard count there. Jump off sides. That's a first down. You know, Lenny, that's something I haven't seen much out of Paris in these first few games has been penalties.
Not really, no. We were really pretty good last week. I think we only had like maybe 4.
That shows you the experience of the guys and the coaching because they haven't had a lot of practice. Brown Robinson checking their wristbands. Jackson out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, gives it to Florkowski. Another good ball, another good carry up the middle. So the misdirection right now is kind of catching us off guard.
Just a little bit, yeah, but I'm sure we'll make the adjustments. Give him 4 on the plays.
Second down and 6 now. Ball on the Paris 37. Paris showing some pressure on the right side of the defense. They could be audibling here. Down to 16 seconds on the play clock. Jackson keeps it himself up the middle. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down line. Down near the 31. Make that the 32-yard line.
Yeah, give him 4 on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd and a long 1, short 2.
And we've got, looks like an official timeout at the moment.
Yeah, I think somebody maybe he's looking at Florkowski jersey, like maybe he's got a little bit of blood on an elbow or something. So.
All right, now they're winding the clock up. They've got their sub in. Number 33, Wrigley Young in the backfield.
Number 34 comes in as well. Well, now he's going back out, I think. So. I think they're going to take a timeout now and regroup. So.
Yep, some miscommunication there. They're going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isef support Paris Athletics and implore its athletes to play hard and study harder.
Welcome back. Robinson calling the timeout after having to sub a player out. Then they weren't sure who was going to be subbing in there and some miscommunication. And
now Florkowski's back in there. It looks like they taped that arm up. He's got something on his left arm anyway.
And we've got Coach out there on the field. And I don't know if you could see him squat down there for a second, but he's trying to, and they're having to talk with the officials here about the offensive lineman. We got drawn offsides is what he's saying on the offsides penalty. With that hard count, the offensive liners were dropping into position, and that movement's what drew us offsides, he's saying. Hand off to the direct snap to the fullback right up the middle. He's going to be very close to first down. I think he's got it.
That was Dickerson. Yep. Give him 3 on the carry, it looks like. Well, that was Robinson's MO. They like to run the football, so.
That's all they've done so far. 1st and 10 now. Ball at the Paris 30-yard line.
They had that 115-yard pass there on 3rd and about 13. They picked up 15, so.
Set a wide receiver in motion now wide to the right. 2 backs in the backfield in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Dickerson.
Not much.
No, he's brought down by number 41, Brian Kohlmeyer.
Yeah. He fell forward, though, for a couple, so.
Two-yard gain, make it 2nd and 8. .7:14 on the clock, and it's running out of the pistol formation now. Hands it off, trying to get around the right tackle.
Flag.
There's a flag down there. Tackle made by Mason Stuck. He didn't get a hand on him. He got a shoulder under there just to trip him up. Holding.
Holding on Robinson, though. That's going to bring it back, so. Should be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and if the foul happened right there where he dropped the flag at, that's where they're marking it off from, right from the 30.
Shoo. That ends up being a 12-yard loss for him when you mark it from the point of the foul.
Yeah, so it's going to bring up, like you said, 2nd and 20. So this is when the defense really likes it. When it's 2nd and long, 3rd and long, they can pin their ears back and just go.
Their coach again upset with that little snap formation of him falling into position, trying to draw us off sides. Tigers showing good discipline that time. Jackson scrambling, spinning around. He's got 3 Tigers on him.
Oh, and he just flips it out of bounds. That should be grounding. There it is. There's the flags.
Brinkerhoff was on his back. There could be.
That's got to be grounding, though, because he just flipped that ball out of bounds to keep from.
He had it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, no intention of aiming it at a receiver. He was just throwing it away. This is where I'm guilty of not knowing the different rules between high school and professional, though.
Right, that's true.
It is intentional grounding. That'll back him up even farther. Down to 6.5 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
So now it's going to be 3rd and about
15,
about
20, 25, 27 yards.
Yeah.
And a loss of down, so Tigers will have the safeties back this time. Stuck and King are back. Hutchings dropping back. Moeller dropping back as well, and kind of a little bit of a prevent defense here. Defensive linemen will have their ears pinned back, and they're going for him. Throws it deep down the field and overthrows his intended receiver. Jackson's got a good arm on him.
Yeah, he did.
Nice tight spiral all the way down to the 10-yard line. Just missed his man. And that's probably the best pass there. If you're Robinson, you've been running, you got to let us know, hey, we will throw deep. Just try to keep the defensive players honest.
So now it's going to bring up 4th down and 27.
And looks like they're set to punt. It's going to send our guys back around the 5-yard line. High snap, no pressure on him. Paris setting up the return. And it's caught around the 12-yard line. King makes a guy miss, gets down the sideline, runs into a Tiger. All the way out to around the 31-yard line, I believe. Kudos to the Paris Fire Department, who comes out and folds up the big Tiger Head tunnel. It's impressive that we have this huge tunnel the whole team can run through.
Exactly, yeah.
They rolled up a little bag and take it out on a cart. They're going to put that in the back of the truck. I mean, that's some good work there.
It is.
All right, 1st and 10 now for the Tigers. Our first possession of the night takes over on our 32-yard line with 6 minutes to go, and already flags flying.
Flying. I think we maybe had a guy in motion.
False start already.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's going to make us earn it a little bit here.
So now it'll be 1st and 15. It looked like maybe we were going to pass that one.
Perry keeps it himself around the left side. Can't strip the tackle. And finally wrestled out of bounds. A short gain on the play, maybe 3 yards.
And he got it back to about the 30, so.
Make it 2nd down and 12 now from the Paris 30-yard line, just under 6 minutes to play. King and Moeller to the near side. They'll send 2 wide receivers wide to the right as well. Hutchings in the backfield with Perry out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, checks the handoff. Thought about throwing it, instead keeps it himself up the middle and picks up about 5 yards. Tigers are big on that RPO offense. That's what the latest trend has been. The wishbone in the 30s kind of thing, and the run and shoot there in the 80s and early into the 90s. And
now it's a run-pass option. So.
Yep. Quarterback gets the ball, and he has to decide what the best play. Should he hand it off? Should he run it? Should he keep it? This time he passes to Moeller on the outside, and he's swallowed up.
Nowhere.
Well, the pass was complete out to the 35-yard line. It's going to make it 3rd and about 7-8 yards to go here. And we're in punting formation. Landon England back to kick. Low snap. No pressure, so he gets off a good kick. Going to bounce around the 30-yard line and out of bounds around the 27, 28. Well, that was a short possession there, Lenny.
It was. I was hoping a little more out of our offense, but when we had that false start right off the get-go, that puts you back an extra 5 yards. So.
Well, maybe you'd had the first down if you hadn't had to gain 15 or 10 instead of 15.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been a lot closer anyway because Perry rushed for 7 and he threw for 1. That would have been 8. So we might have went for it on 4th down and before it would have been 4th and 1 or maybe a short 2.
Jackson out of the pistol, that short shotgun. Hands off up the middle, and he's swallowed up right away. So Dickerson, the ball carrier, and they finally called that one dead due to motion. His forward progress stopped.
Well, they give him about a yard loss, looks like.
That they did. Elsewhere around the conference tonight, the Newton Eagles taking on the Alney Tigers. Casey at Marshall, Lawrenceville at Red Hill, and Robinson here at Paris. Out of the shotgun now. Fakes the first hand off, then gives it off to the second guy, and Brinkerhoff swallows him up. Somebody hit him down low, too. Kohlmeyer.
They'll give Florkowski 1. So.
Well, if you've got Kohlmeyer around your legs and Brinkerhoff around your head, you're not going very far.
You're not going very far, that's for sure.
I don't care how big and strong you are. That's a lot to move.
It is.
Spreading the formation out, 3 receivers wide to the right this time. Jackson rolling to his right. Pressure on him. He gets it away this time. No flag. It's going to go incomplete.
That was 23, looked like after him.
J.T. Johnson.
Johnson put pressure on him.
And he had no intention of completing that pass.
No, he didn't. That
at least it was at a player.
A desperation pass just to keep from taking the big loss.
That's heads up there for Jackson. A lot of your high school kids will take that big loss or something, or throw a crazy interception.
Yep.
He's got the head on him to just bury that one. High snap. Easy punt, gonna bounce and be fielded around the 38.
Hutch has nowhere to go, but he shakes a couple tackles and still makes something out of nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys involved with bringing him down that time. He made the first 2 miss. Ran head on into the second 2, and the third one, or the fifth one there, just kind of jumped on board.
Yeah, we're starting to win the field position war, though. We're going to start this drive on our 44. Last week, we started most of our drives in Olney territory.
That was the story the week before at Marshall, too. Now on our own 44, 1st and 10. Hand off to Hutchings, makes a cut back to the line of scrimmage, and he's swallowed up there.
Nothing. No gain.
Mason took the handoff, and he turned north right away. He didn't waste any time dancing around.
No, he didn't.
There was nowhere to go. Got a pair of receivers here to the left.
Looks like one out to the far side.
Gets the second handoff to Hutchings, and he's swallowed up. Nothing but white jerseys around him for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him his forward progress, so he's only going to lose 3.
So 3rd and 13, just over 2 minutes to play. Trips this side to the left. Sullivan, Moeller, and King on the near side.
Looks like number 7's going at Norman Phillips is going out wide the other side.
Definitely a passing situation now with Hutchings in the backfield. Looking to his right. Flips the screen over to Hutchings. Nothing.
And still nothing. He might have got a yard.
So shaping up to be a defensive struggle already
it's looking
tonight.
That way, yeah.
And if that's the way it's going to be, it's going to come down to a big play here or a big play there. It's just be ready when your opportunity arises. Oh, and this is not good.
There's the big play that you were talking about.
Landon just falls on it all the way back at the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Robinson. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of play I was talking about,
Yep.
and that's
It went the wrong
wish
way.
they hadn't now.
So they're going to start on our 10-yard line. So I suppose technically they could get a first down because it looks like the ball is just outside the 10. So
Now they're putting the markers down, so
yeah.
no first down opportunity.
Okay, I guess not then.
So Jackson will line him up in the shotgun. 2 tight end set.
Dickerson.
Dickerson and barrels over a couple guys, and he's just shy of the end zone.
They're going to spot it about the 1, so give him 9 on the carry. Dickerson is definitely a big boy. 220-pound junior at 6'2", so he's a load to bring down.
High snap, Dick right to Dickerson, and he just goes straight in.
Now he's lining up in the quarterback slot, so.
All their backs are pretty big there. The Florkowski, the other running back there, he's 6'4", 190. You'll see number 33 back there, Wrigley Young, 5'11", 185. So they're not putting little guys in the backfield back there. They brought their horses. 39 seconds to go. 6-0 lead now for Robinson, squaring up for the extra point attempt. Just did get it off.
It's good, so.
All right, 7-0 lead We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network.
Lot 50 Brewing, located at 112 East Court Street, is the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch the owners, Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp, work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com.
Looks like we had a penalty there at the end of the extra point attempt. They're explaining it to Coach now to, depending on when it occurred there, there's a personal foul. It's declined. Okay, so the extra point stands. No penalty here on the kickoff. That's good. A 7-point deficit for the Tigers. Robinson scoring after a botched snap there on a punt attempt. And boy, Lenny, we've got to do something offensively here to get some yardage here.
Well, definitely, we need to get our offense untracked a little bit. Maybe a little swing pass or something, but don't throw it to Forkowski's side. Throw it to the other side, I think, because he's been zeroing in on our receivers. So looks like number 27 is going to do the kicking, Craig Markello.
Short kick, fielded around the 15-yard line by Hutchings, going right back up the middle. He's got a seam. And they wrestle him down near the Robinson 41-yard line.
Number 2, Logan Roy, touchdown saving tackle, because I think Hutch was gone had he not grabbed him around the ankles there.
Well, he's got the speed if he can get a bit of a seam, and he got one that time, and that one guy to beat.
Robinson, looks like we're going to get the ball on about the 41.5.
Yep, 31 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Perry back in the shotgun, high snap, hands it off up the middle.
Eli Board
barreling his way down near the first down marker, just shy, gain of about 9.
Eli had a pretty solid game last week as well.
Now, the thing I like about Eli is his ability to run north and south.
Yeah.
You know, he's not one that dances around back there. Sometimes he runs over people he shouldn't. But that time he found the hole before he ran into anybody. Quick slant out, complete to the tight end. Fumble.
Jude Sullivan.
Incomplete.
Incomplete, okay.
Oh, we dodged one that time.
Yeah, we did, because I think Jude was trying to run with the ball before he actually tucked it away.
Well, I was already calling it a completion before I even made sure he caught it. I was so sure. Well, it's going to be 3rd down and 1. That is the end of the first quarter. We'll be back in about 60 seconds with Robinson leading 7-0. You're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30.
Boy, Lenny, talk about a roller coaster so far.
Yep.
Oh, one play I'm on the edge of my seat ready to jump out the window, and the next minute I'm ready to jump out the window. So just not for the same reason. Now looking at a 3rd and 1 here in Robinson territory. I'm assuming 4-down territory.
Well, you would think so, yeah.
Ball officially spotted at the 32-yard line. A fresh 12 minutes on the clock here in the second quarter.
Looks like Eli's going to stay in the backfield, so it'll be Perry and Eli Board in the backfield. Colmeyer's the up back.
They've got Sullivan split out wide to the right. They give it to Board, runs right into a Florkowski, the big guy.
I think he got the first down, though.
That he did. Okay, when you run into a guy and you're the one that helps him up, that means you ran hard.
Yep.
He brought you down, but you ended up on the right side of that. As a defender, you don't want the backside of your jersey dirty. That just shows us the strength of Board down there. If you're gonna bring him down, you better hit him low. Powers his way for the Tiger first down, so 1st and 10. Spotted at the Robinson 30. Out of the shotgun again, high snap.
Oh,
Board
man,
gets hammered.
He got lit up that time.
Levi Dickerson came flying through and popped him in the backfield.
Loss of a yard.
Hutchings will come in now to replace Board. 2nd and 11 now, the ball on the 31-yard line. Having an issue with the snaps tonight. We've seen several of them quite high. When you're running that option play, if the quarterback has to take his eye off of the defense to find that ball.
Right.
That split second then, okay, now I got the ball, now I got to find everybody again. He shouldn't have to, he ought to be able to catch the ball without staring it down. Another high one.
Another high snap. Hutchings goes nowhere.
Boy, this Robinson defense right now has it dialed in.
That they do. Hutch lost about 2 or 3. I'm guessing lost 3, so because it's 3rd and 14 now. So.
And Paris is going to call timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout as well. Robinson leading 7-0 with 10 minutes to go in the second. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Paris Sports Network.
Located at 500 West Jasper Street in Paris, Soleil Body Salon offers 5 lay-down and 1 stand-up tanning bed, as well as spray tan services. They also have a nail technician, an esthetician, and a hairstylist. Give Leslie and her staff a call at 465-7546.
It's 7-0. Robinson on top here in the second quarter. Tigers with the ball, 3rd and 14 at the Robinson 33-yard line.
Well, you would think we'd have to throw the ball this time, you would think.
Probably the next 2 times, unless we gain a lot here on 3rd down. And offensively, we look a lot now like we did in that Mount Carmel game. We were just unable to run the ball at Mount Carmel. Finally, some passes opened it up. The last couple games, we've been able to run the ball wherever we wanted.
Well, looks like we still got Hutch in the backfield with Perry. Colmar's going to be on the other side of him, so.
Robinson's been bringing all kinds of pressure defensively. This time they're falling back looking for the pass. Perry looks deep down the field and just misses his guy.
Yeah.
Intended for Sullivan down there, and who knows? You get a play that's missed that bad. That could have been Perry thinking he was going long. That could have been Sullivan thinking it was a shorter route.
Yep. He could have turned wrong way, could have cut inside instead of cutting out, whatever. But anyway, it's incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 14, and it looks like we're going to punt the ball.
We are set up to punt. And he's going to kick it towards this sideline, and it's out of bounds. So not bad. I mean, if you're going to punt at this point, that's the best way to do it. It marks it down at the 7-yard line.
And number 7 down there for us fielded the punt, actually, as it went out of bounds about the 7-8-yard line.
Yep, Norman Phillips. That's something we did exceptionally well a couple weeks ago was just kick coverage, guys getting downfield and on special teams. So now Robinson backed way up. 1st and 10, ball at their own 7, just under 10 minutes to play in the first half.
But they've got the lead, and they've got the big horses in the backfield.
Spreading the offense out, twins each side. Jackson hands it off up the middle. Nope, keeps it himself, and they drop him. A loss on the play. Well, if you tuned in tonight looking to find a high-scoring affair, my apologies. What you're finding is a slugfest of defensive skill here as both teams playing some pretty stout defense, giving up 7 points, but they only had to go a handful of yards to get it.
There's a flag.
That
a false start, I think, against. So it's going to be half the distance. So it's going to put it at the 2-yard line now. It should bring up 2nd and 16.
puts him way back there. Ball at the 2-yard line. Out of the shotgun, 2 backs back there with Jackson. Parrish showing blitz up the middle and backing off. Here they come again. And it's going to go to Dickerson on the right side. Not much there.
Should be about 3rd and 13, so he gained a couple.
Logan Bartley on the stop. They're going to put the ball out at the 4-yard line. So it will be 3rd and 13. Takes the handoff back in the end zone. He's scrambling out. Throws it into the dirt again. They've only completed 1 pass, and that was an ugly little floater. Jackson's got a good arm on him, but he's had no opportunity to look around back there tonight. Tigers set up now for the punt return, sending Hutchings and King back around the 45, 50-yard line. Standing underneath the goalpost, 27, Craig Markello. No pressure from the Tigers. Line drive kick. Hutchings is going to take it at the 43.
Oh, and nowhere.
No, good open field tackle that time.
Number 11 on the tackle. Dylan York, man, nailed him. Looks like we're going to get it on the 39 now. So.
Still good field position. That line drive kick, I was hoping for a lot more out of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Not to be greedy, though. Good field position for the Tigers. 1st and 10 at the Robinson 39-yard line. It's going to be Board in the backfield with Perry here when they get the call. Two tight ends set. They'll squish 3 receivers over to the short side of the field. Perry's going to keep it himself, going to the short side.
He got back to the line, and that's about it.
It'll stay 2nd and 10 now. The ball to 39, just under 8 minutes to play. No scores around the LIC right now, except for this one. Robinson 7-0 over Paris. I'm sure somebody else has scored somewhere, but it's not been updated on the score stream here at the LIC website. Good snap that time, looking to his right. Pass complete. Jude Sullivan with the catch. He smothered that one when he got it.
I was going to say that's going to be just short of the first down. So
just barely. 3rd and a yard. Moeller checks out now. They bring another big body in. It's going to be Kohlmeyer. Connor Brenneman out there as well. So Kohlmeyer as the up back right there off the guard. High snap, hands it off the board. He's got the first down and a whole lot more. Still driving his way down near the 20 or 10-yard line. Call it the 12, a big gain up the middle for Eli Board.
Sure was. He went from the 30 almost to the 10, almost 20 yard. Give him about 17. That's our longest play from scrimmage tonight.
Continuing with the no huddle here, they'll send twins each side. Board stays in the backfield. Another high snap, gets it down. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, slips a tackle. It's a race to the end zone now, and he's in.
Perry's in.
Danny Perry with the touchdown run. It's a 7-6 game, pending the extra point. Oh, I thought they might have him in the backfield for a loss there. Showed some good vision to bounce it out and find the opening. Ethan Dick to hold now for King. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and looks good from here. Into the bleachers, it is good. It's a 7-7 game with 6:28 to go in the first half. We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network. The Tigers tied up at 7 now. 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. I like that drive a whole lot better than the first few.
For sure. Big 17-yard run by Eli Board and a 12-yard run for the touchdown for Perry. 9-yard pass from Perry to Sullivan. So that takes care of the 39 yards that we needed to cover. So
Paris be kicking off now at the 40-yard line. Robinson taking a while to get out on the field. All right, I'm feeling a little better after seeing him move the ball.
Yep.
We really struggled offensively to gain any yardage on those first few drives. So to see us put one together, even for just 40 yards, that's pretty big. And do it in big chunks like that. Short kick returned on the run at the 15. And York's got us some running room until somebody clamped down on his leg. I think that was Norman Phillips.
I see number 45 coming from over that way too, Ethan Curl. I think he might have been in on the tackle as well.
Well, I'm glad somebody got a hold of him.
Yeah, because he was going north, that was for sure.
So decent starting position now for Robinson, a lot better than they saw in the last possession. 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line, 6:19 to go. Dickerson up the middle, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5 balls on the ground. Ball's down by contact. Paris came up with it.
Wow, not sure of that, but that's all right.
I'm never sure of it when we don't get the ball.
Exactly. Me neither, Beach. But, well, Dickerson's definitely got the power back there to run the ball. That was a long 4.
3 guys back there. You're never sure which one he's going to snap it to right now. And he gets it to
flag
a
on
flag
the
in the
play.
backfield. That one was Wrigley Young.
I'm guessing that's going to be a hold.
Typically that's a hold, and that one's in the backfield.
It is.
Ooh. Looks to be about 2 or 3 yards in the backfield, so that'll push them way back near the 30-yard line. Ball spotted just this side of the 30-yard line. 2nd and about 18 yards to go. halt at 31. Jackson brings man in motion, hands it to him on the sweep.
That was for Kowski.
Yep, he didn't get too far there. Long third down now facing Robinson. So Paris and Robinson playing for first place in the conference. Also paying close attention, though, is Newton and Alney at both 2-1 in the conference. Got to be real crowded amongst the top.
It sure is.
Jackson looking to his left. Fires a lob down the field. Incomplete.
Wow.
Garrett King on the
was
defense.
back there, but I'm not sure he could have stopped him had he caught the ball.
And King didn't get a hand on it. Peternill just dropped it.
Well, that'll bring up 4th and 16.
And another punting situation for the Maroons. Looks like he dodged another one there.
We did. King and Hutchings are deep for the Tigers.
4:43 to go in the first half, all tied up at 7 apiece. High snap. Same thing happens to Robinson. Happened to us, but we didn't have any pressure. He's able to get it back and make a decent kick. King's going to catch it.
And he's not going anywhere either.
Nope. So a bad snap, a heads-up kick, and Paris takes possession at their own 35-yard line. We might have done better if he just kicked it the first time he caught it.
Maybe, yeah.
$35 is a whole lot better than 20, though, you know, so
Yeah,
we'll take that.
Yep, we'll take it.
4.5 minutes to go. Ethan Dick has come in at wide receiver. He split wide to the left side. Moeller and maybe Brenneman to the near side. I'm not sure there.
I think that was a different running back this time, too.
That was J.T. Johnson, number 23, got the carry. We had several guys in and out there that time. At 85, Drew Pinkston was also out there split wide. Coach likes to mix it up and get a lot of action in there. Hand off to the near side. Moeller with it. Oh, makes the first guy miss, and he's hammered from the inside, number 52.
That's for sure. 52 laid the hammer on him now.
I don't have a 52 on my roster.
I do not either.
Boy, a tackle like that, you deserve to have your name on the roster.
You would think so, yeah.
But a good gain makes a manageable third down now, 3rd and 4. Gives it to Moeller again, slips a tackle. He's going to have the first down, just barely. Gets tripped up. Number 11, Dylan York with the tackle, and the Tigers got a first down. Mixing up the personnel.
Well, that we
seems
are.
to be working at the
Yeah,
moment.
it
Keep
sure
it
does.
rolling. Moeller in kind of the H-back role there. For the Tigers, Johnson back in the shotgun. Perry's going to keep it himself on the sweep to the left.
There's a flag. I think they're going to get us for a hold this time.
I think we are. Big first down for the Tigers is coming back. Up at the line of scrimmage. Holding it is.
Yep.
And that is a shame because Perry.
He did. He scampered down that far sideline and picked up a pretty good-sized gain.
It didn't look like there was going to be much to it, and then all of a sudden he broke out. 3 minutes to play now in the first half, still tied 7-7. Moeller and Johnson again in the shotgun. Hand off to Johnson. And he's just hit by everybody. Going to pick up maybe 2. Spot the ball at the 40-yard line.
It's going to be 2nd and 19 now for the Tigers. We got Hutch out here as a wide out now, so maybe we'll see that end around again or something that we like to run occasionally.
Looking at Hutch, he's going to throw it downfield.
Oh! Hutch had it too. Man, he had him in that seam.
I didn't like the fact that
2 of them were right there together, but
yeah, he and Sullivan were within just 2 strides of each other. But my, oh my,
that could have went.
Yep.
Johnson's checking out now, and looks like Hutch is going to move into the backfield. And looks like Garrett King's maybe going to go to the far sideline. He's going to be a wide out.
Phillips lines up basically on the out of bounds marker over here. They set it up for a sweep the other side, or a screen the other side. Good catch by Hutchings, but he only picks up a yard or 2. And it's going to bring up a punt formation now. England back to kick. Facing 4th and 17.
Let's hope for a good snap this time.
Pretty good kick. They're going to field it on the run, though.
Fumble!
Oh, the ball's loose in the Tigers' hands.
34, or was it 34 or 24? 34.
34. What a hit from Norman Phillips.
Logan Rhodes caught it in the air.
Rhodes just happened to be standing in the right spot. That ball shot out of there. Phillips stays on the field at wide receiver. Now a minute 30. Paris on the 36-yard line of Robinson. Big turnover there in New Life.
That it is.
They're going to hand it off to Johnson.
Board,
that's right. Eli. Shy of the first down. Is going to pick up about 8 or 9. Clock running, though. We've only got a minute 20 left before the half, so Paris has got to move fairly quickly here.
Well, Eli got us off to a good start. He picked up 7, 8 maybe. Yeah, 8.
Second and 2. Perry now calls for the ball. Hands it off again to Board. He's pointing up the middle. Go, go. That'll stop the clock for a moment as they move the chains. Just for a moment, though, running again now, 53 seconds. And Robinson's going to have to call a timeout. They had too many men on the field. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network.
Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548.
It's a 7-7 ball game. 49 seconds left to go in the half. The Tigers driving, though. The ball 1st and 10. Spotted at the Robinson 23-yard line.
Well, I think we've still got 2 timeouts. Robinson has 1.
I'm glad we've got him. We may need him here with under a minute to play in the half. A lot of time to plan now on this play. King split to the near side. Nobody split wide to the left this time. Bunched up there. They got a 2 tight end set. They're going to give it to Board. Swing it. Sweep it on that left side, and they just ate him up.
Yeah, they did. Nothing happening there as he lost a couple. Well, I guess maybe 2.
Maybe 2, yeah. Give him 2nd and 12 now. Ball back at the 26-yard line. King hustling over to the left side. Same formation, but to the right side this time. Rolling to his right. Pass incomplete.
Oh, man. Trying to hit Brenneman out there. Or, no, Ethan Curl. 45.
And, you know, that stopped the clock. I don't think he was going to get, unless he started getting some massive tackle breaking there. He was heading towards the sideline, so. 2 down territory right now with 22 seconds. Tigers can get a first down. 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the left. They're going to hand it off to Moeller, and he's going to, nope, Hutchings, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield.
I think he broke a tackle and spun and got maybe back to the original line, but it's, maybe not. I guess he only gained a yard.
And now Paris calls a timeout with 1 second left. We'll go ahead and keep it right here because halftime coming up in just a moment. All right, Lenny, got time for one play. Take a shot in the end zone.
Well, I think so. You got to throw the ball.
We've only thrown the ball downfield twice tonight. Both of them pretty much dropped.
Jude Sullivan did get that one catch kind of over the middle out here in the flat for a 9-yard gain.
He dropped one going the other direction in the first quarter. And then Hutchings dropped one down here. And we had an overthrow to Sullivan.
In the corner, yeah.
Down here in the corner. So we haven't had a lot of luck moving the ball downfield. Most of our passes have been kind of lateral across the field. Little screen passes and stuff. But
well, like you said, we've only got time for one play. So I'm thinking you got to send some guys at least to the end zone and chuck it up.
Well, I would keep an eye on Sullivan going right down the middle of the field. There's one safety back there. Looking to his right, now back to his left. And incomplete, intended for King, but that would have been at the 15-yard line, so. All right, that's the end of the first half. 7-7 the score. We'll be back in just a moment here. You're listening to Tiger Football on the Paris Sports Network.
Located at the Paris Airport, Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153.
It's halftime here at Paris High School, and we are tied up at 7 apiece. They just brought out the prom court and announced our king and queen and our first attendants. The first attendant was Garrett King and Olivia Therrell to the king and queen. And then, Lenny, who are our king and queen to this year's prom?
Jude Sullivan was the king, and Peyton Block was crowned the queen.
All right, so they're going to prom tomorrow night at O'Shaughnessy Hall there at St. Mary of the Woods.
I'm like you, though. The theme is fire and ice, and I'm like you. I think it should be gloves and mask, or
6 feet apart.
6 feet apart, or something like that to go along with the COVID theme that we've been experiencing for the past year. So I think they got this one wrong.
Well, that's better. At least they're not doing it by Zoom or something.
Yeah,
you know.
For sure. At least they're actually going to have it.
A virtual prom.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you can, and you just kind of deal with the times. But I'm glad the kids were able to have some kind of normalcy tomorrow night. And
for sure, get out and enjoy their final year in high school, because most of them are seniors.
That Paris marching band out on the field now. And we're used to seeing some pretty elaborate halftime shows by the Tiger Marching Band, but when you can't practice and you can't get them together, and I think they sound great.
They do. They still sound good. So
that they do. So Dr. Pruitt doing his best with the boys and girls down there in the Tiger Pet Band, and sound good as always. Whether you like Lady Gaga or not, they're they do sound good tonight. Well, the first half tonight, we mentioned earlier, a roller coaster of emotions after we have one big play and then one bad play, and then a failed offensive possession and then a big turnover. And it went back and forth for both teams.
Well, that it did, and like you said, it was pretty much a defensive struggle both ways. So,
and you take that the bad snap on the punt attempt by the Tigers out of the equation. You don't give Robinson a 10-yard field. We're ahead 7-0.
More than likely, yeah.
They've moved the ball, but have been unable to score, except for that 10-yard drive. So definitely been a defensive struggle on both sides of the ball tonight. I want to thank Lot 50 Brewing for being our halftime sponsor tonight, located at 112 East Court Street. They're the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch owners Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com. Ask them to put the Tigers on the big screen. They'll be more than happy to for you.
Definitely want to thank them for being our halftime sponsor. And with that being said, we're going to run down some halftime stats for you. For the Robinson Maroons, quarterback Wes Jackson has 3 carries for 11 yards. Garrett Forkowski has 5 carries for 5 yards. Levi Dickerson, the big fullback, 7 carries for 20 yards. Throwing the ball, Jackson is 1 for 5 for 15 yards. And receiving, Forkowski has the lone catch for the 15 yards. Dickerson has their score with 39 seconds to go in the first quarter on a 1-yard run. The kick was good, and Robinson led 7-0 at that point. That capped off that 10-yard drive as they recovered that long. Well, we fumbled the snap, and they took over on downs from our 10. So, like you said, they only had 10 yards to go to score their touchdown. For your Tigers, Danny Perry has 4 carries for 19 yards. Mason Hutchings has 4 carries for a -5. Eli Board, 7 carries for 36 yards. J.T. Johnson has 2 carries for 4 yards. And Nick Moeller has 2 carries for 10 yards. Perry throwing the football is 4 out of 9 for 11 yards. Jude Sullivan has 1 catch out of 3 attempts for 9 yards, and Hutchings has 1 catch out of 3 attempts for 1 yard. and Nick Moeller has 1 catch for 1 yard. The Tigers' score came in the second quarter with 6:28 to go on a 12-yard run by quarterback Danny Perry. The kick was good, and at that time that made the score 7-7, and that's where we stand right now at halftime, and that capped off a 39-yard drive by the Tigers. So that's your halftime stats, Beej.
All right, and those stats brought to you by Lot 50 Brewing and their halftime show here on the Paris Sports Network. We'll take another break. We'll be back here in a few minutes. You're listening to Tiger Football on the Paris Sports Network.
Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. Our pregame show is sponsored by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, and Tom and Marnita Stuck.
Welcome back to halftime here at Paris High School. Again, a 7-7 tie. Still 8 minutes on the clock, a 20-minute halftime.
Yeah, I think it was because it was prom night and they had the king and queen, but they done that real quick because 3 of the attendants were football players, so I'm sure Coach didn't want them out here any longer than they had to be, so they went through that pretty quick.
Looking at the Little Illini Conference scoreboard so far for tonight, the only scores that have been updated are Paris Robinson, 7 apiece. Newton and Alney are tied at 14 apiece, I believe, near halftime. As well, no score for Casey Marshall or Lawrenceville and Red Hill.
Wow, that Casey Marshall game, that's a big battle for Clark County. So
That it is. And before you know it, it's going to be baseball and softball season.
Yeah, I think last Monday was the first official start of practice, the way Clay told me last week. So
Yep, they are officially in baseball season down there. I was looking to see if I had a baseball schedule on hand, and not that I see at the moment.
you know, it's probably all subject to COVID restrictions as well, and who's healthy and what school's healthy and what school's not. And
like you said, hats off to Coach Tarr and everybody doing the scheduling and the coordinating of all the officials and the teams, and it's just crazy thinking of all the stuff they have to coordinate to get together.
They've definitely had their hands full this year, that's for sure. So
that they have, but the fans have come out tonight. Even just the restrictions we've had, they're making use of the berm out there, and saw people parked out on the road even. So
for sure, yeah. And a lot of people even tuning in and listening to us on YouTube at home or wherever they may be, like you said, up at Lot 50, getting it up there on the big screen. So just however you plug in, we thank you for plugging in. So
let's see, athletics kind of killing some time here at the moment with 5.5 minutes. You know they're going to put 3 more minutes on
the clock. Yeah, that's pretty much a given. Neither team's even made any attempt to head back out to the field yet. So and I'm sure they're both in there trying to make some adjustments, because neither team has really dominated. Nothing has really been established. We did have that one 39-yard drive, was probably the longest drive of the game as far as that goes.
By either side, really.
Yeah, I think maybe that second drive that Robinson had the ball, they had a couple first downs, and they moved it down to about the R40, R39 or something like that, but then they ended up pooch punting it, and I don't remember where we actually took it over.
Well, it turned out pretty good because they ended up with some
they had a penalty or something.
couple penalties that backed them up.
Backed them up after they'd picked up 2 or 3 first downs. So, yep. I still don't see no sign of either team yet. And like you said, that they will definitely always put 3 minutes back on the clock. So I don't think it would matter if you had a 30-minute halftime show.
Yeah.
They would still take as much of it as they could, and then they'd still put the 3 minutes on the clock so that the players had time to warm back up. But tonight should be just about perfect for football.
That it should.
The wind has really laid quite a bit because the flags that were standing almost straight out, they're still moving a little, but they're not near like they was at kickoff. So a lot of folks in the stands, but I don't see anybody all bundled up with the blankets and the insulated Carhartts and everything like they were last week. So
like we normally see during football season.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking at the schedule, I did find it here on the Paris High School website, actually. And we are 8 days away from our first baseball game.
Wow.
We will host North Central High School on April 17th on a Saturday here at 10 a.m. A few days later on the 20th, we'll host Hudsonville, then we'll host Danville the next day. After that, we'll host Arthur. We don't actually go on the road till April 26th. They go to Neoga.
Wow.
Yeah, the Riverton Park, Charleston, Westville, Casey. And quite a few baseball games on the schedule, though.
So once the season starts, that'll pretty much end practice. It'll just be back-to-back baseball games.
Well, it looks like the school season or school is going to end on like the 17th or 18th of May, and they're going to keep playing.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, to try to get all the games worked in that they can, for sure.
Yeah, the last game on the schedule is June 1st.
Wow.
And that's Robinson, so that's quite a few games on the schedule. Of course, all that is.
That's got to be tough on a lot of these kids because a lot of these kids are 3-sport athletes. I mean, take Mason Hutchings, for example. He played all the basketball games at guard. He's playing all the football games at wideout and tailback. Last week, I think he even run a few snaps from quarterback position. And he's going to go from that right straight into baseball because I know he's our center fielder in baseball or has been in the past. So, that's a lot of different sports to get crammed in since we started like the second week in January.
That it is. Looking at the varsity softball schedule, our girls are going to start up April 17th. They're going to host Villa Grove. So we're going to have the softball and the girls, or the girls softball and the boys baseball, hosting at the same time next Saturday.
Wow.
Let's start playing some ball here.
It sounds that way, doesn't it?
And looking at their schedule, it's just as packed as boys baseball is. And their last game scheduled regular season is June 2nd up at St. Joe.
So the boys will end on June 1st and the girls will end on June 2nd.
Yeah, the girls also play June 1st against Robinson.
Wow. Well, we play Robinson June 1st. Didn't you say that was our last game?
Yep, I think we play down there and the girls come up here.
Well, both teams are back out on the field now. Robinson's down in the south end zone warming up. Tigers are right out here at our traditional 50-yard line warming up. And once again, they put the famous 3 minutes back on the clock. It hadn't started yet, but which I'm not sure why. Both teams are out. Both teams are already stretching. And
I think the officials are giving the sign to, there you go, come on. He's winding the clock, and we're going. So about 3 minutes away now from the start of the second half. Keys to victory here in the second half, Lenny.
Well, I think we just got to continue tightening up our defense. We did a good job that first half, but we didn't give up any really major. I think 9 yards by Jackson on that one quarterback keeper and 9 yards by Dickerson are their 2 longest runs from scrimmage. They did have the one 15-yard dump pass out to Florkowski that he picked up 15 yards there. I think it was on that first series when it was like 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 13, I guess it was, and he picked up 15. So, but nonetheless, we got to get something going. We haven't had anything rolling as far as Hutchings has nothing going on offense. He's got 4 carries for a -5 yards, so they're definitely keying on Hutch every time he touches the ball. I think Eli Boards had a couple big runs. He had one 17-yard run and an 8-yard run and a 9-yard run. So
well, they even moved Hutchings out to wide receiver, just try to
Yeah.
get him the ball out there in some space, and it nearly worked. Down a minute and a half here on the clock. Practicing some snaps down there, though we had some issues with those earlier in the game, getting kind of high on the quarterback. And
well, that's definitely where we had some issues with some long high snaps. But like you said, Robinson did as well. So, but they got their punt off, and we didn't. We just had to cover our punt up, and that's when Robinson took over on the 10-yard line, and that constituted their lone scoring drive. So, looks like both teams have decided they've stretched enough. They're heading to the respective sidelines, and we're just about set for second half action. We should receive the ball because we kicked off to start the game. So,
yep, that's a big break for us. I'd love to have gotten some points on the board there at the end of the first half and then get the ball back.
Yeah,
we just ran out of clock on that last drive.
We did. But hopefully we can build on that momentum and carry it on into this third quarter and keep it rolling in the fourth quarter as well. So,
all right, the Tigers will be set to receive.
I'm sure it'll be Hutchings and King deep, as per usual.
Yeah, they'll be headed to the south end zone. There's the buzzer. We are ready to go.
Perry and Jude Sullivan over here on the sideline discussing strategy about what they need to do.
Well, I know what Jude's strategy is. Throw me the ball.
Yeah.
That's every receiver's strategy.
Yeah.
Throw me the ball.
They want the ball, don't they? Yeah, for sure.
You meet a receiver that doesn't want the ball.
He's not a very good receiver, that's for sure.
No, they all want the ball on every play. There's just not enough passes to go around. All right, the fans getting into it now.
Yeah, Big Bartley over here on the sideline trying to get our fans fired up.
Well, he had them fired up for a minute.
Yeah.
That lasted a minute. Now you can hear a pin drop here as we get ready to kick off. Number 27, Craig Markello, again kicking off for Robinson. Ball at the 40-yard line.
He steps off about 7-8 yards back. A couple steps sideways, and we are ready to rumble.
Could be taken by one of the upbacks this time. Dashes to the outside. Makes another guy miss.
That's number 83. That's one of our wideouts, Braden Atkinson. Pretty good
looking return, yeah. Puts the ball out to the Paris 48-yard line.
Well, this is our 7th time to have the football, and Robinson's had it 5 times, so we're winning the possession battle.
Yeah. 28-yard return. Ran about 52. Get across field like that. Inside handoff to Hutchings. Turns it straight upfield and picks up about 7.
Another high snap, though, as Perry had to jump up and grab that with one hand and bring it down.
I only gave him 6.
That's all right. He's finally into positive yards, though.
All right, 2nd and 4. Perry keeps it himself this time.
That was a mistake. There's flags all over the place.
That's hard to be a hold there as they were all over him. Face mask.
Well, that'll be a first down for us. That's a break.
They mark it off from the face mask, though, not from the line of scrimmage. 15-yarder, though.
But it's still going to be 15 yards. So
that's a break in our favor. Hopefully we can do something with it now. Twins to the right and the left. Phillips and Sullivan to the right. King and Moeller to the left. Hutchings in the backfield. And King's going to keep it. He uses Hutchings as the lead blocker. He turns the corner. Runs over a guy down near the 25-yard line.
pretty good gain, though, by Perry. Is like you said, he faked the hand. Well, he kind of gave it to Hutch and then took it back away from him and used Hutch as his lead blocker.
And it takes a lot of practice and a lot of discipline on Hutchings not to just grab that and take off, because that ball is in his stomach. They've got to communicate the entire time on that. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Gives it to Hutchings this time, and he's hit.
Man, is he rocked.
Right at the line of scrimmage, Dickerson hammered him. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 1. Board and Coal Miner coming in now for Moeller.
And Hutchings.
And Hutchings, yep.
Phillips wide out to this side. Sullivan's in the slot. And I didn't see who went wide the other way. Probably King.
Yeah, I'm looking for a handoff right up the middle of the board. Well, they're going to give it to him around the right end. He's got the 1st down. Going to be down at the 11-yard line. Oh, if he had Hutchings' speed, he might have scored on that one. He had some open real estate there around the right end.
That he did. So
definitely made the most juice out of his carries tonight for the Tigers. So 1st and 10, ball spotted just shy of the goal line, or just shy of the 10. Fake the Hutchings. King keeps it himself. Gets upended around the 5, and he comes down hard. A little slow to get up there.
Gain of 6, though, by Perry on that run.
9:50 on the clock. 2nd down and 4. Ball at the 5-yard line. Inside handoff to Hutchings. He's going to try to go all the way around the left end. Turns it up, and they're going to stop him just shy of the 1st down.
Ball's going to be on about the 3. Looks like from here anyway. It's going to bring up
3rd and a long 1.
1, yeah. So we can't get a 1st down without scoring.
Perry throws it to the right. The ball's tipped, incomplete. Looking on the quick slant to Moeller there, going straight to the end zone.
Okay, so now it's going to be 4th and 1. Now what do? You about got to bring, I think, Board back in and Power, get that 1st down first, and then worry about it.
That they did. Who else came out? I only saw Hutchings leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Hand off the board. Going for that right in. Puts his head down. Hammers a guy. He's short of the goal line, but he's going to have a first down.
He should have the first down, though, because he almost got it in there.
All right, Lenny, there is some kind of a flash off to the south down here. Up in the sky. I can't tell if it's a reflection off our glass. Almost looks like lightning down that way once in a while. Hand off. Oh, hit right in the backfield. Still driving.
I'm seeing it now, yeah.
Eli Board.
Well, I think they're forecasted rain tonight, but I thought the weather I seen
There
at
it
5
is
o'clock
again.
that it wasn't going to move in until about 10 o'clock tonight. But well, they say no gain on the play.
Yep, 2nd down and 2.
I guess he lost a yard then. -1, 53.
Gets at the board again, and he's fighting his way inside. He's just shy of the goal line.
Well, he got the yard back that he lost. So. Yeah, I'm not sure, Beej. I suppose if the officials see that, I don't know if
They
that'll,
gotta see it. I mean,
if that'll constitute stopping the game or.
it's a 30-minute delay after each flash. So every time there's a flash, that 30-minute clock starts again. Perry keeps it himself this time, and
The Tigers are saying he got in, but
yeah, now the official says it.
finally. So it's a 1-yard run for Perry for the touchdown.
Now we're lining up for the extra point attempt. There's a snap. The kick is blocked.
Oh, no.
So 13-7, Tigers lead. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network.
Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, located on the west side of Paris. We believe the world eats better when we eat together. That's Cargill, helping the world thrive. Church Insurance is an independent agency specializing in home and auto, life and health, as well as business and farm insurance. For over 100 years, Church Insurance has been servicing Edgar and surrounding counties. Stop by their office at 116 East Court Street and talk to Bruce, Ann, or Tay, and let them take care of your insurance needs. You can also give them a call at 465-4022 or visit their website at churchinsagency.com.
The Tigers take the lead 13-7. 7:15 to go here in the third quarter. A good-looking opening drive by the Tigers.
Well, it's all showing it's way south of us, and it's moving east, so.
All right, well, hopefully we're going to be in the clear then to get the game in. High kick on the short side. It's going to bounce around, be picked up at the 15-yard line.
Number 2, he's got some wheels and got a blocker. That number 2 was Logan Roy.
Number 7, Norman Phillips on the tackle. He's made a living this year on special teams, just getting down the field. Uses that speed. He's one of the first ones down there and always in on the tackle.
Looks like Robinson's going to get the ball and start this drive on their 32. Everybody's on the line for the Tigers except for 2 guys.
Jackson's going to keep it up the middle. They had him up off the ground there for a minute. He's going to pick up a few yards.
Yeah, he gained 3. He paid for it, though.
Yes, he did. Second down with the ball at the 35-yard line. Gets it to Dickerson. Up the middle.
He cuts through. He's one man to beat. King's got him and brings him down. King says he's got the football, but the officials say no.
Yeah, they were on the ground before he got it from him. Dickerson got through the middle and nobody there to stop him.
32-yard gain for Dickerson on that play. That's the longest run from scrimmage by either team.
Gets the ball down to the 33-yard line. Jackson hands it off to Dickerson again up the middle. This time the ball does come out.
And Paris says they've got it, so we'll see what the officials actually say, though, because Robinson says they've got it. So
They might have. Number 9. Yeah. Forkowski got on it first.
So that's going to give, well, I guess Dickerson got the gain, so give him 7 yards.
I reckon. Never quite sure how they score that when there's a fumble involved in there. Guess it depends on where he fumbled it from. Got an official timeout here as they discuss the play with Coach Claude. All right, that's settled now. They're ready to go. 5:57 on the clock. Second down and 3 with the ball at the Paris 26-yard line. Jackson in the shotgun with Forkowski. And now Robinson wants a timeout. All right, 5:45 to go in the third. Paris up 13-7. Robinson driving, though. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network.
Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465-5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris.
Welcome back out of the break. I'm BJ Pheasant here with Lenny Irwin. The Tigers being backed up a little bit here by the Robinson offense. 13-7 the score. Robinson with the ball, 2nd and 3 at the Paris 26-yard line.
Well, Dickerson's had a couple big gains here. He had a 32-yard rumble and then a 7-yard gain after a fumble, and Forkowski recovered for the Maroons. So
Jackson, Forkowski in the shotgun. Jackson's going to keep it up the middle. He's got the first down. Dodges another tackle inside the 30, or inside the 20, that is. No doubt on that one.
No, not too much.
Spot the ball at the 18-yard line.
So he picked up 5, 6, 8 yards on that carry.
Out of the pistol formation this time. Hands it off, and we got flags.
Oh, yeah. 41 Colmar, those tackles for Forkowski in the backfield. So
That's whistled dead before it starts. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and still be first down.
Okay. Was it a false start?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be 1st and 10 for Robinson now at the Paris 23-yard line. 5:17 on the clock. And a lot of running around trying to figure what the play's going to be here for Robinson. The play clock still hasn't started, so 25 seconds there. Paris scrambling to get in formation themselves.
Well, Dickerson's the up back this time. They give it to Furkowski around this end. And
Kohlmeyer just missed him in the backfield.
looks like he gained 5 to me.
Yep, I'd give him.
Maybe 6.
I think I'd give him 6 on that. Yeah, 2nd and 9. And what could have been a 2-yard loss if Kohlmeyer could have been just a half a second sooner. Furkowski with Jackson in the backfield. Jackson keeps it himself, sheds a tackle, and he gets hit from behind just shy of the first down marker. Shy of the first down marker, but I don't want to give him up that many yards at a time.
No. He got about 8 on that carry, so.
Big 3rd down play now, 3rd and 1, ball at the Paris 9. Jackson goes up under center this time. Trying to draw him off sides, nobody budges. They run out of the no huddle though, so everybody checking their wristbands to find the play here. Down to 6 on the play clock. Hand off to, now Jackson keeps it around the end.
He's sacked.
A loss on the play. Or no gain, so 4th and 1 now. Ball still spotted at the Paris 9-yard line. 4th and a long one. I think that was the first time we've seen Jackson under center.
I think you're right, Beads. I'm like you, though. I think that was his initial plan, was to try to draw our line off sides.
They've run everything else out of the shotgun. They're going to do it. They got Dickerson at quarterback this time. He's going to take that direct snap. And now Paris wants a timeout. So Paris uses their first timeout. Both teams with 2 apiece now. 2:55 to go here in a critical moment in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Paris Sports Network.
Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris.
Oh, Lenny, we're still in the 3rd quarter. We're up by 6. 2:55 left to go in the quarter.
Robinson's
but this
threatening,
is
though, yeah.
This is as big a play as we've seen the whole game now. 4th and 1 at the Paris 9. This is one of those momentum swinging kind of plays.
It definitely is.
Paris calls a timeout, and coming out of the break, should be ready to go.
Dickerson is in the middle, though. He's looking to take the snap.
Right back up the middle. Here he comes. Takes a snap. There he goes, and he's going to be close. He got it.
Yeah, I think so. He only needed a long one, and he picked up about 2.
Boy, I think everybody at the field here knew what that play was going to be.
Yep, they did. But you just can't stop the big horse, though. I mean, he's 6'2" at 220, and once he gets that 4-yard, 5-yard head start.
He's got the 6'4", 190 lead blocker in front of him. There's a lot of heft, and he's lined up again at quarterback. And this time it's Florkowski, and he's going to be dropped near the line of scrimmage. Very close to a false start there. If you
That's
watch
what
their,
I thought. Florkowski kind of moved a little soon, I thought.
and maybe that ball moved, and I saw him move before I saw the ball or something, but very, very close. Play
Well,
clock down to about 15.
the game clock's down to 1:50, so.
2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. Dickerson stays in at quarterback. Takes the snap. Looks back to pass, throws it over the middle.
Flag.
No way they can call that on Paris there.
I don't see how. It looked like we had the position to intercept the ball. And their guy knocked our guy down.
Pass interference against Robinson.
Yes, it is. So that should back it up.
We were right in position there for the interception.
Oh, that's huge.
That is a big one. It's a 10-yarder. Or a 15-yard. No way, really?
Well, where's the ball at? Back to, yeah, it would have been 50 because the ball was on about the 7.
Wow. Marks him back to the 22. It was in the end zone, too. I mean, that was huge. Now looking at 2nd and 22. Jackson comes back in at quarterback. Dickerson behind him. Takes the snap, fakes it to Dickerson, rolls out to his left. Pass complete. And he hit hard.
Yes, he was.
He missed the first tackle, but he didn't miss Josh Wood.
Josh Woods leveled him.
He laid the wood on him.
What did he gain? About
eight yards or so.
8 yards on,
Yeah.
14, 8 yards. So.
Third down and 14. Just under a minute to go. Clock down to 18 seconds on the play clock.
Okay, Dickerson's the big power back behind Jackson.
Look for Dylan York. He took a long time to get out there. Now they're going to give it to Dickerson.
And not much happening there. Colmeyer again.
So 4th and goal now from the 14. 28 seconds on the clock. They don't have to run another play. I bet they let this expire.
Probably so.
Tiger defense coming up big down at the goal line so far.
Well, that big pass interference penalty against Robinson in the end zone sure helped because that marked them off 15 yards back.
And that's the end of the quarter. Paris 13, Robinson 7. We'll take a quick break. Back in about 60 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network. One more quarter to go here from Paris High School. The Tigers up 13-7. This break in the action being brought to you by Ingram's Waste Disposal, offering residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark County since 1950. Also, Seed Solutions, located at the Paris Airport. Seed Solutions wants to wish the best to all the Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153.
Well, Beads, we're down to the final 12 minutes, and Robinson is still threatening, though, but it's 4th and 14 now instead of 3rd and 7 from the 7. So
that's a nice penalty to get, but I'd much rather had the interception, just gotten out of that.
Yeah, for sure. At least we'd had the ball back. And Garrett King was clearly in position to make the interception until he got ran over.
All right, Jackson in at quarterback in the pistol with Dickerson behind him. 2 wide receivers wide to the right. Paris showing blitz up the middle. Jackson with some time lobs it into the end zone. Caught the ball. They're going to give him a touchdown.
I guess so. I thought maybe he was out of bounds. But
I was hoping. Couldn't tell from here. Pass complete number 4, Jordan Petronell, or Peternell. I had my hopes up anyway. 13-13 now, pending the extra point attempt. And it's blocked. Tigers got a hand on it.
wow, that's huge. That is huge.
All right, number 70 getting in there, Logan Bartley. 6'5", 310-pound junior took it upon himself to keep the game tied. And we're tied at 13-all. We'll be back in just a moment. 11:53 to go in the game. You're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Golf season will be here before you know it. An Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com.
Only 7 seconds into the fourth quarter. Robinson ties it up. Bartley, though, with a big block on the extra point attempt.
Well, I like our chances now, though. We're still tied, so.
All this coming down to a 12-minute ball game now.
It is. Well, 11:53 now.
That's right. How about Robinson, though? Going back, first and goal, or second and goal, 22 yards away.
Yeah, and they still finally get the 14-yard pass to Peternell for the touchdown. And
when they haven't been able to throw the ball at all
night, not to speak of. He did have 2 completions, both of them, though, to Florkowski.
I guess if you're going to complete one, that's the time to do it. We got King and Hutchings back to return around the 10-yard line. Number 27, Craig Markello, set to kick. Short kick going to be fielded around the 25-yard line. Running up the middle again, another big return for the Tigers. Number 83, Braden Atkinson, with his second big kickoff return of the night.
That it is. We're going to start in Robinson territory. That makes for a short field, so that's good. Good return by Atkinson.
About a 27-yard return. I think it was like 28 for him last time. I'd like to see him in a foot race with some of these guys. He's got some wheels.
He does have some wheels.
All right, see what the Tigers can do on offense now. 1st and 10 at the Robinson 48. They hand it to Board. He's got some room. Dodges a tackle down inside the 30-yard line. Oh, I just love his running style, Lenny. He's just Squares the shoulders up at the line of scrimmage. He dodged a couple guys, but never broke stride. He
21
just kind of
yards, yeah, on that carry, and it was all straight up the field. There's no dancing around about it. He just
leans to the left or leans to the right to miss a guy, and it's positive yards almost every time. Back in the shotgun again. They're going to hand it to him this time. He tries to dance outside. Nowhere to go.
They still never brought him down, though.
No, they blew the whistle first. Big loss, though. They're going to lose about 4 yards on the play. It'll be marked back at the 28-yard line. I hate to see us lose anything because we're just not gaining it in big enough chunks.
No, not very often anyway. Board did have that 121-yard gain, though, and that was our longest run from scrimmage.
King and Sullivan split wide to the near side this time. Hutchings in the backfield. They'll hand it to him.
Hutch just can't get anything going. I mean, they're keying on him big time.
Wrigley Young, number 33, on the tackle.
Picked up a one, maybe.
Like he just never gets it
He doesn't
turned
get,
on. Kohlmeyer is going to check out as Moeller comes in.
Muller's listening out here in the slot, though.
Two wide receivers wide each side. Long third down now. Rolling to his right, looks back to his left. Throws down the field.
Oh, he's got King.
Couldn't
He
hang
can't
on to it.
Doggone it. Man, he had him, though. He was there.
King was running kind of a post route, and the ball was behind him a little bit.
Yeah.
He had to adjust for it.
It still almost caught it. Boy, that would have been huge. But now it brings up 4th and 14, so.
That would have been down inside the 5-yard line.
Sullivan checks out, too. He's one of our big receivers.
Now they're going to punt.
Oh, wow.
Looking for the field position here, going for the corner.
Well, he did that.
A good
It's gonna be
spot.
on about the
They always walk past it and then come back.
back.
And
So it's going to be right on the 10, looks like.
like every time they walk way past it, and you're like, yeah. And then you forget that they're going to walk back like 3 or 4 yards every time. That's going to put them back at the 10. I like making them start this deep down, but
Yeah, for sure.
boy, Garrett's just going to be kicking himself tonight after not being able to haul that one in and not being able to haul the interception in, and just two really hard balls to catch. Hand off to Dickerson off the left tackle. He's got a lot of room.
He's running over guys, too.
We're swatting at the ball now. He's still running down the field out now at the 44-yard line.
"31 yards on that scamper for Dickerson.
Yep, they're going to put the ball out at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, we need some kind of turnover here.
Out of the shotgun. Gets it to Dickerson. He's hit right away at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing that time.
Kohlmeyer on the stop for the Tigers. Makes it 2nd and 10. Not a real exciting offense tonight for Robinson. It's
Pretty much smash mouth football.
gotten the job done when they needed it to.
But like you said, head coach Casey Pennell, ex-Paris football player.
All right, Robinson wants a timeout, so we'll take a quick one as well with 8:25 to go in a tie ball game. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Paris Sports Network.
See Diamond Financial for all of your income tax needs. Ben Lucan has 30 years of income tax preparation experience. He and his well-trained staff can take care of all of your personal, corporate, partnership, trust, and not-for-profit tax returns. They'll also take care of all of your payroll and bookkeeping needs as well. See them at 208 East Jasper Street or call 465-8562.
All knotted up, 13 apiece. 8:25 to go left in the ball game. 2nd and 10 for Robinson at their own 41-yard line. They're down to 1 timeout now, Lenny.
That they are. We've got 2 still in Coach Claude's pocket, so.
Jackson now takes the snap,
Fakes it.
keeps it himself, and goes down.
Not much. Got it maybe 1.
All right, big 3rd down play now for the Tigers. 3rd and 8.
Well, you definitely got a key on Dickerson, I would think.
Absolutely. As our defensive backs, though, you got to be aware they will chuck the ball down the field. They've done it to us. Jackson in the pistol. Drops back behind Dickerson. Throws it way down the field and just overthrows his man. Intended for Peternell down there.
He was down there.
Jackson's got a strong arm on him.
He does, man. He chucked that thing down there. He overthrew his receiver by about 3 or 4 yards. So now it's going to bring up 4th and 8. So it looks like they are going to punt.
He threw the ball like a good solid 45 yards in the air. Nice tight spiral on it. So the Tigers are back to return the punt, standing around their 15-yard line. Good snap. Tigers with a full return on. And it's going to be returned around the 12-yard line. Norman on the return this time, I think. Gets it out to the 30-yard line. Down to 7:25 on the clock.
Okay, Beads, we need a 70-yard drive. We got 7 minutes to do it, so I think it's doable.
Oh, absolutely.
Looks like they're bringing the ball over here to this near hash mark.
I say this time you hand it off to Eli to run around that left end. Nope, no, run around the right end there to the wide side of the field. That's my play call.
Oh, I don't know who's got the ball. Perry kept it himself.
Perry kept it. He faked it to Eli and then took off. He's down the field. One guy down to the 30-yard line. Big gain for the Tigers. Well, I called Eli around the end. He faked the handoff to Eli because he got about 3 guys pounding on him. So apparently Robinson was thinking the same play call I was.
Yep, only Perry kept it himself, and I got him for 38 yards.
So that's a good job by Perry there to see the defense committing to one and keeping it himself. Now a lot of excitement down there for the Tiger offense. 1st and 10 at the Robinson 32-yard line, 7:13 to go. Perry out of the shotgun. Hands it off the board this time. He turns it upfield. Powers his way down around the 25-yard line.
That he does. So. Gain of 7 for. Oh, man.
That's wrong team, Lenny.
It is.
They can't see our stat book, so it's okay. Second down and 4, ball at the 25-yard line. About 6.5 minutes to play, down to 10 on the play clock. Moeller in the backfield, along with Board and Perry. They're going to give it to Nick Moeller. He's up the middle. Scoots past the guy.
Oh, man, and he got rocked as well. Number 2, Logan Roy, he's popped several guys tonight. He's not a big guy either. He's only 5'7", 160, but
Moeller's down. He's taking a while to get up.
I was going to say, he took a shot. I'm telling you now.
They're going to call timeout here for an injury. .6:22 on the clock, tied up at 13 apiece. Paris will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Robinson 15-yard line. Moeller up on his feet. He's got a sense of humor there as the coaches pick him up and carry him off the field, and he's swinging his legs, wanting to walk.
Oh, I think he got his bell rung pretty good.
Hopefully just a cramp or something there. They're going to stretch him out now. Those are no fun.
No, they're not. And it is a fairly warm night, so.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 15.
Okay, Perry's got Eli right beside him, and Kohlmeyer's the lead back.
They're going to give it to Eli. Whoa, he skipped by a couple guys there. Looked like they might get him in the backfield.
That's what I thought there for a second. But
Florkowski was back there hunting him down. He slid by him and makes a positive gain of about 3 or 4 yards.
I'm going to give him 3.
2nd down and 7 at the Robinson 12-yard line. Under 6 minutes to play now. Kohlmeyer lines up in the shotgun. Looking to his right, now back to his left, taking a shot in the end zone. To
Wide
King,
open.
touchdown. Garrett King is not going to let another one get away from him.
No, he's not.
He's been so close on a couple of the defensive, the interception, and the other pass to him. You know he was just hungry for another pass. Tigers take the lead 19-13. Now the extra point.
We are going to kick it. I thought maybe we'd go for 2, but it looks good from here.
It is. All right, 20-13. Tigers go up by a score, 5:36 to go. We'll be back here in about 30 seconds. You're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Great Heart Seed is dedicated to providing the American farmer with the most profitable corn, soybean, wheat, and alfalfa lines. Their vision is to work on your farm, helping you build higher yields and bigger profits. Contact them at 465-4132. Great Heart, great yields.
The Tigers take the lead with 5:36 left to go in the game. Definitely not out of the woods yet.
No, definitely not.
But I feel a whole lot better playing from the lead than I do from behind.
Well, that capped off the 70-yard drive I was talking about.
You're right.
Now our defense has got to really stiffen up and shut them down.
Most of that on the ground except for the one pass there. Paris set to kick off. Back to return. Looks like Logan Roy and Dylan York. High short kick by King's going to fall at the 20. Going to roll around. Roy picked it up. Loose. I don't know if there's a loose ball or if he got away. No, he just got away. But they dropped him inside the 20.
All right, so it's going to be Robinson ball. Is it going to be right on the 20?
Just inside of it.
And the scoreboard says 19, so That's what we'll go with.
All right. Well, anytime you can kick off and start them on the other side of the 20,
That's good.
that is real good. Jackson in the shotgun. Dickerson back behind him, it looks like. Looking to pass.
Yeah, he is.
Scrambling now.
He's
And
going
he's
to pick up
finally
some
gonna
yards. Yeah, he's going to pick
tuck
up
it and
about
run.
7 or 8.
He had a little more time back there than he has most of the time tonight.
Oh, he didn't pick up near as much as I thought. He must have stepped out of bounds over there because it's only going to be about a
About a 5-yard gain.
long 4, short 5. Yeah.
2nd and 5 from a 24 is what they'll call it. They'll send Twins to the right. Out of the pistol with Dickerson behind him, looking to his left. Quick pass. His guy falls down. Intended receiver is number 4, Jordan Peternell. That'll make it 3rd and 5 now from the 24. Clock stop at 5:17.
Oh,
Paris
Drew,
jumps.
yeah, doggone it. That should have probably gave him the first down or close to it.
Yeah, it'll be right on the mark.
It is a first down. So.
Yep, number 68, Gabe Winans checking in. Replaced number 61 up on the line, Jeb Fry. And a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
That penalty might be huge in this contest.
Dickerson, the ball carrier, doesn't get a whole lot, 2 or 3 here.
Uh-oh, we got a guy that's kind of slow getting up. 54, that's not good for Paris. Now he's staying in there, though. He's stretching it out. Josh Woods shaking that off. So
Still shaking it off. Looking to pass, a slant's complete, number 18.
Tigers are saying incomplete, but I think he caught it.
Incomplete.
No, incomplete.
They had a better angle at it than we did. We were kind of shielded by his body. I couldn't see it come out of there. Another big 3rd down play here for Robinson. Winans coming back out. JT Johnson comes in looking for a pass rush. Almost jumped off sides again. Rush coming up middle. Pass deep downfield. He's open.
He caught it.
And he caught that one. Bobbled it, but hung on to it. Another deep pass. The passing game from Robinson has the opportunity to be scary good tonight. They've come so close to some big plays, and that one they managed to get. Jackson keeps it himself up the middle and goes nowhere. Johnson in there on the tackle. They're going to credit Jude Sullivan with the stop for no gain. 2nd and 10. The Bears 37. 4 minutes to go here in the contest. Jackson looks to his left, going to keep it now. Spins his way.
And he kept it in bounds, I guess, because the official kept the clock running. So
Down to the
Looks like he
30-yard
got
line.
to the 30, or right close to it anyway.
Oh, another big third down. We've seen a lot of that on this drive. It started way back at the 19-yard line. .315, man in motion now. They're going to pitch the sweep to him.
Fumble!
Oh, it's gone.
Paris got it.
Flags are flying. Paris got the loose ball. We got to see what the penalty is here. It's against Robinson. They're going to decline that. Holding.
Heck yeah.
We got the ball.
We got the ball back.
That's the second time we've seen a ball just fly out of there on a fumble. Right into the hands of a Tiger.
Forkowski fumbles on the sweep.
Now, if you're the Tigers, all you've got to do is get a couple first downs here. You've just got to move the ball. We don't need to score. That's something we've not been able to do consistently tonight.
King recovered that fumble too, didn't he? Wasn't it King?
I believe so.
It doesn't matter though.
I was too busy watching the officials to see the flag.
Yeah. There's
And
a
off the
flag.
board.
Just keep the clock running now and pick up a first down or two, and we'll be good.
Yeah. Clock is running again. Robinson has one timeout. The Tigers have two. Under 3 minutes now.
Once again, Eli's having a solid running game tonight. I think he had 125 last week, maybe. He's up to 84 yards tonight.
Well, if he gets to 100, we're going to be in pretty good shape then. Another 16 yards from him would really help us right now. He's going to try, cuts right back up the middle. He's got a block. Shy of the first down. Coming in on the tackle was Forkowski. But it brings up a really big third down for us
It
now.
does.
Third and less
Third
than
and
one.
A real short one, though. So
Boy, what a just that one cut from board and up straight up the field he went.
and Robinson takes their final timeout. So
1:59 on the clock. We'll take a quick timeout ourselves. We'll be back in about 30 seconds here on the Paris Sports Network.
For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use.
Just a minute 59 and a short yard separating the Tigers from first place in the LIC conference right now. Robinson all out of timeouts. We get a first down here. We got 40-second play clocks. We'll need at least one more first down.
I think so, yeah. This one plus one more, I'm thinking.
But this is the big play right here. We
Yeah,
need another yard.
This one's huge. I believe, now I don't know. I was going to say, you got to give it to Board. Let him pound it up there for 1 yard. But this is a play I don't understand why you don't line up right under center and just dive forward for that half a yard. But we never do. We stay in the shotgun and you're 5 yards back.
Perry keeps it himself behind Board. He's got the first down. Huge first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's huge. You're right. But
the ball will be at the 47-yard line with the clock running as soon as the chains. There we go. This will take us down to 1:10. We've got this. All we've got to do is one first down seals it. But even if you don't get it on 4 plays here, you put them so close to like 1 second on the clock or 2.
Yeah, there can't be
mathematically.
much. You just don't want to turn over. You don't want to do anything silly. Oh, man.
They're
Eli
sitting
got
on
rocked.
Eli.
Yeah, they were.
You know, the good thing about that, though, that was a 2-yard loss, but as long as he was standing up, it might as well have been a 7-yard gain.
Because it run the clock. Now we're down to 55 seconds to go. So.
Tigers coming out, setting up in victory formation. They got a couple of faster guys back there in case the ball gets loose or something. Let the clock run down, take a knee. There you go.
Well, Robinson
That's
wasn't
all she
rushing.
wrote.
Yeah, that's true. That'll do it.
Boy, sometimes you win ugly, Lenny.
Yeah, this one wasn't pretty by no means, but it's still a win.
Letting the fireworks off out there, but Tigers with a 20-13 victory. And they will improve to 3-0 in the conference now.
Yeah, we beat Marshall, we beat Olney last week, and we beat Robinson this week, so we're 3-0.
Robinson falls to 3-1 in the conference.
And we're
3-1 overall.
3-1 overall, yeah.
Our one loss coming to Mount Carmel there in week 1. So the teams out there at midcourt high-fiving and stuff, is this a new COVID change? I didn't realize.
I don't think we have before, but I think
They've changed restrictions. They've decided, you know what, you played a whole game against each other. It's okay if you high-five.
yeah, I think so. Well, Perry only had 24 yards through the air, but 13 of them was a pass play from Perry to King for a touchdown, and that was huge.
A big thank you to our sponsors tonight for this broadcast. While we're waiting for Coach Claude to come up, you want to thank White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning for sponsoring our pregame show. Lot 50 Brewing, always doing the halftime show for us. Also tonight we had Church Insurance Agency, Diamond Financial, Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, Ingram Waste Disposal, State Farm, Terry Elliston Insurance, Seed Solutions, Illini IFS, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, Diamond Brothers Insurance, also Soleil Body Salon, Eagle Ridge Golf Course, Diamond Financial also for their help. Our affiliate sponsors, Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine. Also the Isaac family for being a sponsor for us this season as well. Don't forget to tell your friends and family to tune in to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for all the latest schedule changes and updates. We'll try to keep posted on there so when you know the next game's always coming up, hit that subscribe button on YouTube and you'll get notifications that way as well so you never miss a game.
All right, Beej, I think I'm going to go ahead and run down some stats before Coach gets here maybe.
Sounds good.
For the Robinson Maroons, I've got quarterback Wes Jackson, 11 carries for 43 yards. Garrett Forkowski, their tailback, 7 carries for 11 yards. Their big tailback, number 10, Levi Dickerson, 14 carries for 94 yards. They did have the 2 big fumbles. Forkowski fumbled once, and then they fumbled a punt return, so that was huge, those 2 turnovers. Throwing the ball, Jackson was only 4 out of 11 for 67 yards, though, and 1 touchdown, and that touchdown was huge. It was a 14-yarder from Jackson to Peternell, but the kick was blocked, so that kept the score tied at that point in time, 13-13. So I wasn't sure how the outcome was actually going to be, but the Tigers did come away with the victory. So receiving the ball, I had Peternell with 2 catches for 44 yards, and Forkowski had 2 catches for 23. For your Tigers, Danny Perry had 9 rushes for 77 yards. Hutchings, 8 carries for 4 yards. Eli Board, a big game, 18 carries for 88 yards. J.T. Johnson, 2 carries for 4 yards. And Nick Moeller, I had him for 3 carries for 17. Throwing the ball, Perry was 5 out of 12 for only 24 yards, but one of them was a 13-yard touchdown pass to Garrett King, and that gave us a lead at that point in time. We were up 20-13.
Definitely, that was his biggest completion of the night.
It was. I've got King for the 1 reception, that 13-yard touchdown. Jude Sullivan has 1 catch for 9 yards. Hutchings has 2 catches for 1 yard, and Nick Moeller had 1 catch for 1 yard. So the Tigers' scoring drive was in the second quarter, 6:28 to go. Perry was a 12-yard run. The kick was good. And that tied the score at that time, 7-7. That capped off a 39-yard drive. Then in the third quarter, the Tigers scored with 7:15 to go. Once again, Perry, a 1-yard run. The kick was blocked, though, and Paris led 13-7 at that point. That capped off a 52-yard drive. But then when we really needed it, halfway, 3/4 of the way through that fourth quarter, 5:36 to go, it was that 13-yard pass from Perry to King for the touchdown. The kick was good. Paris led 20-13, and that's your final. So Coach is still down there in the end zone with the boys, and they're still talking and celebrating this one. Looks like maybe he's starting to head this way, but
Nah, I fooled you.
yeah, he did, didn't he? He turned around and went back again.
Somebody else talking for a minute.
Well, that's a big, impressive win for the boys anyway. Like you said, we go to 3-0 in the LIC, 3-1 overall. We've got 2 games left of this short 6-game season, so I think we go to Florida next week, and then we finish out the season a week after that
Down
at
in
Red Hill. So
it looks like baseball and softball kick off here in about a week or so.
So everything will start overlapping everything. And
Now, Lenny, you're retiring soon, right?
well, that's the plan, yeah.
That the plan?
April 30th.
So you're going to do all the games, right?
Well, I don't know about that. I'd like to do as many as I could, but I'm not sure I'm smart enough to know how to set everything up and run the laptops and the commercials. And I could do the talking part. I'm good at that. But the technology side of it, I'm not so sure. But yeah, I'd like to do a lot of the baseball games if we could do it. I'm not sure how we do the road games though, even though
The road games are they're tough. They start so early. It's hard for anybody to get there in time. So, yeah, baseball and softball road games for us this year. It's gonna be a trick. We've never been able to broadcast them in the past. That's one thing we've never been able to do. Just logistically,
Well,
it just hasn't worked for us. But
well, they start like at 4:30, and nobody gets. I mean, you teach school. I've been working. Everybody else works, and it's just not feasibly possible. So I don't know, Beach, if he's coming up tonight or not.
well, they're gonna huddle up for their team prayer. They do that down there after each game, down in the end zone.
Well, I guess we could take another quick break before he comes up.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take another quick commercial break, and then we'll talk with Coach Claude here in just a moment. You're listening to Tiger Football on the Paris Sports Network.
Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isef support Paris Athletics and implore its athletes to play hard and study harder. Located at 500 West Jasper Street in Paris, Soleil Body Salon offers 5 lay-down and 1 stand-up tanning bed, as well as spray tan services. They also have a nail technician, an esthetician, and a hairstylist. Give Leslie and her staff a call at 465-7546. Lot 50 Brewing, located at 112 East Court Street, is the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch the owners, Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp, work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com.
Welcome back to the post-game show here on the Paris Sports Network. Again, your final score tonight, 20-13. We're going to be joined by Paris head coach, Coach Claude, here in just a moment as he comes through the door.
He probably wore out after running all the way up here.
I would think. That's a lot of steps.
Oh, boy. Hey, guys.
Hey, congratulations,
Thank
Coach.
you.
That was sometimes you win ugly, sometimes it's a blowout. Tonight, the boys, they had to really earn this one.
They did. You know, we knew kind of going into this one that they were a very senior-laden up front, offensive line, defensive line, linebacker core. We knew it was going to be a challenge. Man, I'm so proud of them dudes. It was a war zone down there. It was one of those, like I told them, we go down to Mount Carmel. We ain't ready for that yet. We are now. There's no doubt in my mind. We weren't in that moment. Then we have 2 blowouts. Then people are like, well, you know, whatever. They proved they could win a close football game. They proved with the bullets all flying down there and all the adjustments and all the things going on, and really some of the things we didn't do great, and the details define us. And we are very focused and disciplined, and we spend an inordinate amount of time on fundamental football. And we kind of lost our way a little bit at times tonight and just didn't do some things the way we normally do it. Not that we didn't play physical. We played physical. We did all those things, but we kind of lost our way, and just some things that we would normally do, we didn't do great. But we played winning football, and that's the key. Go out and obviously we want to be the best version of us, which I don't think we were tonight, but we were a good enough version to find a way to win a tight, close football game. And I'm just proud of them. These seniors, they've been through what kids have been through, man, for a year and a half. And who knew if we were going to get a chance to even play? And all of a sudden, they just kept doing all the things that we asked them to do, and hoped that they would get an opportunity and have the opportunity to come here and get 2 home games. Wish we had got 3, but just the way it worked out. I told them this was the class that was freshman in 17 when we made the playoffs for the first time. And I remember being down at Olney that night, and that was a game that the winner of that game was probably going to be 6-3 to make the playoffs. And we ended up running the football very effectively and winning that game. I remember on a 4th down at one point in time looking out there on a critical punt in the game. And we were on the road, and Garrett and Mason were returning punts. And I said, I'm out of my mind. 2 freshmen are back there returning punts in a game that matters this much. And not just those 2 guys, but just this class has been a part of us building something special. And they're going to walk out of here with it still intact. It's still special. It's a special place. I was happy for all of our kids, our seniors, obviously, to win the game. But just our band kids, our cheerleaders, our fans, everyone who gets an opportunity to watch and tune in. I've just been so blessed and thankful for this opportunity. And I know it's going to be a while now. We got to wait till August to get back here to the house, or late August, early September. But certainly I'm. It's been a long ride, hadn't it? And we finally got a chance to play a little football and come home and play at this place, which is. I told those seniors, I mean this, goodness. They helped make the place special, and they helped kept the place special. And so our goal is one at a time, get prepared, 2 more games. But, you know, we challenged them. We challenged them when we found out we were going to play 6 games and didn't know the schedule and didn't care. Obviously, we want to win every one. But we said there's no playoffs. There's no conference championship. I'll be a little biased. I think the 3 best teams in the conference just played the last 2 weeks with us and Olney and us and Robinson, and we were able to get out of those. But that's not slighting our next 2 opponents in any way, shape, or form. But all that aside, we had to find a way to win 5 of 6. If we win 5, that'll be 29 wins for this class. It'll be the most wins of any 4-year class in the 100-year history of this program. And they could walk out of here as the winningest class in the history of this place. And then give our younger guys another number to chase and just continue to build the place.
Oh, that's important. You set the tone,
Yeah.
and that's how you build a program, and you stair-step that every year. And the guys showed it tonight that several opportunities have been real easy to tuck their tails. You know, after the bad snap on the punt, we get them 10 yards and a score. And then we have them 22 in eternity in goal or something, you know, and we still let them come back and score. And there were opportunities there to hang your heads and lick your wounds there, and they just came back, and that's what this class has been doing for years now.
This program, I really believe it, and this class obviously was a part of it, and the guys that were playing with them tonight, that are underclassmen. And because of the guys before them, the 16 guys, the 17, the 18, the 19, this group, our program, it has a culture of, I think the culture is intact, and I think it's really good. I'm biased, but I do believe it. I think there's proof in the pudding in situations and games like this. But effort is a non-negotiable, and our guys know that. We may not play clean, and we didn't at times tonight. We were far from perfect at times and far from good at times, but the one thing, I said this in my first radio interview here, I think, when people leave the stadium on Friday nights or Saturday afternoons, my goal is, regardless of how fast we could turn it around or what would take place, was when they left, they'd say, man, those guys are having fun, and dang do they play hard. And our kids play hard, and I think they have a pretty good time too.
Oh, they sure looked like they were having a good time. And let's see, yep. So hopefully we have some more fun next week. We're on the road.
On the road. 2-hour trip to Florida next
Florida.
week. Last trip to Florida in the Little Illini Conference. And they'll leave and go to the Black Diamond, where I think they'll be a great fit. I think they've done a really nice job. People forget they were a 6-3 team a year ago. They were 5-2 coming in here for senior night, and we kind of got after them pretty good, but they were still a quality 6-3 playoff team a year ago. And they played that Olney team to 14-7 in a really good game. So, you know, it's one of those deals. We learned our lesson in 2019 when we went down on that Saturday. And again, no disrespect to anyone, but obviously at that point in time, they're still trying to build, and the Lawrenceville program wasn't at a place where our program is, but anybody can beat you if you don't show up and play. And so we use that game as a reference a lot of times in terms of our preparation and not overlooking it and respecting your opponents.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck next week. We'll be there rooting you on.
I appreciate it. Thank you to Tiger Nation. Congratulations to our seniors. Congratulations to our senior families, their parents. And then we'll see you all on the road next week. Go Tigers.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thanks again for joining us, as always. The Tigers come out with a win tonight, 20-13. Lenny, any final thoughts here before we wrap it up?
I'm just happy for, like Coach said, all the seniors. They're going to get to have a prom this year. They're going to get to do the things that high school kids need to get to do to finish out their career. So I'm just happy for them. So I remember a long time ago, I went to my senior prom, and actually I wasn't my senior. I'd already graduated. I went to Mary Lou's senior prom, but nonetheless,
That was a
It's-
long time ago.
You still got to enjoy it, and it's still special. So
That it is.
it'll be something they won't forget for sure.
So again, I want to thank all of our sponsors for making the broadcast possible and all the fans for listening tonight. Tune in again next Friday. We'll be down at Flora for that contest. Once again, the Tigers win tonight 20-13. For Lenny Irwin, I'm BJ Pheasant, and you've been listening to Paris Tiger Football on the Paris Sports Network.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network, brought to you by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Lot 50 Brewing, Church Insurance Agency, Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Seed Solutions, Allied IFS, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, State Farm Insurance Agent Terry Elliston, Eagle Ridge Golf Course, Diamond Financial Consultants, Soleil Body Salon, Great Heart Seed, and our affiliate sponsors, Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Doc and Donna Moody, Jeff and Stephanie Moody at Moody Farms, Chad and Stephanie Crampton, and Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isa.